we're back. Game number 2 in this best of 3 series, Wasted Potential. With some pretty good gameplay last game around. Masters of Mayhem, they had a solid plan, or like I assume they had a plan, but they never really got to execute it properly here. Doom was kind of off the mark, a little bit YOLO here and there, and then ultimately they just got run over. Running into the combos with the Invoker being as strong as he was, got unimpeded more or less. Despite that laning stage. And, well, of course, Elder Titan helping set everything up. All of these cool things, not to mention the Warlock, which has been banned out now. So, not going to see that again, as this time it's Masters of Mayhem with the first pick. So, what do you expect? Beastmaster still in the pool?
Beastmaster in the pool, Night Stalker Band-Aid, Warlock Band-Aid. Well, what is in there? We have a Sand King up for the grabs. What else is up for the grabs?
5 seconds
I forgot so many hero names. Undying, if they want to, has been banned out before.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much every time.
Scarif Mage would come to mind.
Lifestealer? Maybe not, maybe not.
Maybe second pick, not the first pick, though.
Yeah. Sky Sand King Leshraik, I'd say.
Yeah.
Maybe Beast.
Radiant team
taking the time to think about it.
Sky
It is Scarif, alright. It's probably the highest tier that was left. As far as 4 positions are concerned. Arguably, Leshraik is strong in some circumstances. Just because he brings a solid stun to the table. But now it's up for grabs for Wasted Potential if they want, but Bane for the first time today.
Yeah, first Bane of the day. Where you go with this?
Team pick.
There's where you're going with this. Okay. Question answered, question answered. Full CC.
Yeah. Alright, so Bane, traditionally very strong, like trading. If it's not the Warlock, then it's at least the Bane. He can't actually heal his teammates. He can heal himself a little bit while doing damage, so it's always nice. Nightmare can even dodge a little bit of damage here and there. Trip against the Beastmaster could come in handy, unless he's the one being brought and gone on.
3 out of 4 on the picks. Pretty much the early stage, like not only in the amateur scene or the T3 scene, like even higher up, like pretty much 3 of these heroes you always see the first phase all banned out.
Yeah.
Like, gotta change it up. Where's my first picks hard supports that actually do something different, like Crystal Maiden first pick? Anyone?
Crystal Maiden. It's been a while since that hero's been
relevant. Good.
Yeah.
Not in the dumpster. Fill in mean vocabulary here about Crystal Maiden.
Damn. I know a few people who would just fight you just for saying that. Just have like
come at me.
Probably posters of Crystal Maiden all over the bedrooms and whatnot.
You have a big wall tattoo as well.
What if that one Kunga Titan poster over my bed? That's all there is. But yeah, I mean, extra bans, no Juggernaut this time, so it's like they didn't know what to ban. Because Bane's actually pretty good against Juggernaut in some senses.
Yeah, Bane, like if there's a jug, sure, like let it through. If you have a Bane, let the jug through. That's more my consensus on this. Unless, well, what are you going for? It is a magic, or it's a carrier trans magic immune quite fast. Doesn't hint at anything in particular, but since there is a Beastmaster on the field, I wonder if we see something along the lines of like maybe Ember Spirit or so.
5 seconds remaining.
Possibly.
Like, we haven't seen any Ember whatsoever. Now, while there is a silence on the Skywrath, I really want to see an Ember. At least once today.
Apparition ban? Is that a Huskar coming out?
No, that's reasonable because of the Omni Knight, but yeah, I can see a Huskar here. You already have Omni Knight.
Yeah.
On the other hand, it is Beastmaster, and one of those heroes you can't stay in a dual lane against him.
Yeah. Also, you can set up for kills on him later down the line, just because he can do a decent amount of physical damage after draw, especially if he goes down that Necro Creep build. But Necrobook builds. But even without that, you're gonna build Medallion for extra minus armor. And Omni Knights, it's not an Oracle, right? You can dodge some of the damage, but you have to actually be right next to him or build an Aghanim Scepter. It's a little bit more awkward.
Could be worse. Wait, no, it couldn't. No, never mind. She's banned. Thank God.
The Windrunner?
Yeah,
Oh well.
so big. How do you answer this on Masters of Mayhem? Do you just go like full greed mode? I could imagine a Bloodseeker coming out. It's not banned yet, and it would make sense against Omni Knight. It's a great hero.
Oh yeah.
Same applies to like Bane because he has long range AoE silence. It's good against the Sand King too. I would really like to see like an early Bloodseeker coming out by them.
Yeah. Either that or Disruptor would also come to mind. I mean, it's kind of awkward against Omni Knight because you can't rely on glimpse, but if you do catch him inside the Static Storm, it's an easy setup for more. But might just gimp you a little bit too much. Because, yeah, I don't know. It's a bit hard to rely on a hero just for maybe good ultimate. With its if other aspects of the hero are countered out quite nicely
Radiant
already.
team pick.
Rubik.
Rubik.
That's a hero I haven't seen in a while.
There's a good amount of stuff he can spell. He can spell. He can steal. Close enough.
Yeah, I'm
Close enough.
Sure can spell as well. He's pretty smart. That guy.
Very close. that gets a pass. I just want to test you if you
10
catch it.
seconds remaining.
All right. Wasted potential.
5
Oh.
seconds
I mean,
remaining.
Rubik's just one of these heroes where it's like, oh yeah, well, guess we have to press another spell now after we use our big ones. But Bane doesn't really have that luxury even. If he wants to fiend scoop somebody, Rubik can always steal it. And that'll be useful against anyone who's Omni Knight repelled. Which means
False
ideally, you want to have some burst.
Void still in the pool. Might be an option for Masters of Mayhem here. Would actually like it if they go for the Void.
Yeah.
Has a safe lane carry. For wasted potential, maybe go towards the PA. Monkey King can work because you have the Omni Knight backing you up and good team
Dire
fight.
team pick.
Oh, Joel.
Okay.
Alright, that is decent against Beastmaster. That can actually zone him out.
Yeah.
Axis on axis.
Yeah, I swear, some sets make them look very, very similar. It's kind of
Yeah, there's that one. Like they already look kind of similar.
Yeah.
Like from a top-down view, it actually gets really hard.
Especially
5
this is one
seconds
set
remaining.
that was it for Beastmaster or was it for Troll? Like I have no idea. And this is where it starts already. Like there's one set that gives
Radiant
a
team
bit of a cloak or something along those lines. I don't know, but yeah, there's a bit of a semi counter anyway coming out through Troll Warlord. Like if he wants to go in for the bash plays, for the man fights, Razor can start stealing his damage. But
More
beyond
importantly, it's great against the Omni Knight. It's the hard
Oh, yeah.
counter on the lane.
that's true.
Like this pretty much
10
says Sand King you get a
seconds
farm. And this Omni gets pressured into that position 4 row now. Into the position, yeah,
seconds
into 4 with Sand King on
Yeah.
the 3. Like the moment you run Omni Knight against the Razor on the safe lane is the moment you lose one of your lanes.
Team
Pretty hard. It's like it's as bad as like Bristleback or Tide against Monkey King.
Can you consider going for an aggressive lane with the Troll Warlord now? Because in lane, that's not really all that great for the Razor, because Troll can just stay in range storm, slow him down if he gets linked, and then just walk away.
They could do that.
10 seconds.
Leaves Omni Knight solo against the Beastmaster, which he does okay on the lane.
Yeah.
Not the best,
5
not the
seconds
worst.
remaining.
If it's the dual lane, he loses it. So does the Razor though.
Yeah.
Tinkerman coming out on the last one. Still Spectre in the pool, just saying.
Hmm.
Dire team pick.
Kunkaban.
Let's see something like a Queen of Pain here, or Storm Spirit.
I still see the Bloodseeker, to be honest. Gives them a high amount of pressure. With Razor Bloodseeker, together with the Beastmaster, you have some decent pushing power.
10 seconds.
Pugner, also a
remaining.
pretty dominant pick against the Troll.
Oh yeah,
5 seconds.
Troll's
remaining.
not like Pugner at all. You feel so sad. Walking in, oh yeah, I'm gonna bash you. No, you're not. Here's a Decrepify that lasts for a million years. There's 2 blasts here, left and right.
Radiant
And
team
then
pick.
Lena.
Lena.
Nope,
Alright.
boring hero.
Not more standard
Nothing
for sure.
exciting. Alright, show me the Husker.
Not sure if there's still room for it. I mean, would be decent against Selena. Still be alright against Razor, I would imagine.
10 seconds remaining.
Beyond
What
that,
else though?
Templar assassin.
That's no Husker.
was thinking about that earlier, but I just missed it because of the Skyrim Mage. Kind of, you get caught by the silence and the ultimate, like you're still gonna die unless you blink out really fast. Beyond that, Lina, it's a good lane matchup.
It's a it's a coin flip matchup. If the Lina gets slightly ahead and gets 3 reflection charges, you die really fast because Melt is useless on that line.
Yeah.
But if you manage to keep up and harass the Lina, then you just win it.
Right, a few interesting picks here at any rate. Don't feel a lot of Rubik anymore. Omni Knights a little bit more popular. The Troll and Templar not in the first line picks on all bands, more normally speaking. So we'll see. Wasted potential. Especially if
Yeah,
it
that
against the Troll.
is. I wouldn't even say that's the strongest lane. Like the mid lane is pretty much a coin flip. People win it. The top lane is Razor and Rubik against the Omni Knight's Sun King, or are they actually trial laning? Not quite sure yet, but whatever happens, if they end up sacrificing the bottom lane, I think that is fine and acceptable. Just making sure you have enough pressure on the Razor so he doesn't snowball away, or this.
Nightmare taking over, so Aku can continue stealing damage. 1 heal already forced out from Dark Soul. So don't really want to fight them right now, as you would imagine.
30 seconds to battle.
Question is, can they still secure these bound runes? Because that damage will expire in just a few seconds. And it's
Still
a
20 seconds
pretty-
to work with.
Yeah. Still
Has
pretty
new
decent
static
combo.
link.
Burst strike into the purification. Maybe all set up
That's
by
good
Nightmare,
enough.
So, yeah. Not willing to risk it. So it'll be a 2-for-2 exchange at the end of the day.
The battle begins.
Alright.
Still, remains the question. Do you stick with the trial lane? I think Bane is heading towards the bottom lane now.
Yeah.
He should either, probably no TP, but just run there.
Yeah.
So, dual lanes it is.
Yeah, he needs to get some experience now that he's been forced into the Nightmare level 1. Like, he needs to soak that up either in mid or on bottom. So you can then use the Brain Sap to start trading. Otherwise, he's not really going to do too much up top. I guess Nightmare into a couple of right clicks is also decent enough for Westman against Rubik, but it feels very dangerous without having that Brain Sap.
Talk about dangerous. Mr. Troll getting bullied at bottom. Yeah, classic Skyrath.
Hey, look at me, I'm pressing Q. Over and over and over and over and over and over again. That man, he was thinking about throwing out the defensive Nightmare there. But, well, for now, they're just tanking it. Still salve, 2 sets of tangos. Not starting with a magic stick, though. Gonna turn it into full wands once he comes to the side shot. But, I don't know. It's nice to have the full wand without having to use the courier. At the same time, you're missing out on so many charges already.
Yeah. This... I don't know, I don't like the sideshot. I don't think it even exists anymore. What can you buy there again? I think it's threads. That's all you buy there. And stick.
Magic stick and treads and sometimes ring of protection.
Yeah, and sometimes the Quelling Blade.
Arcane boots. Quelling blade. Vanguard. You can build Vanguard if you have the shield.
Yeah, but most of the time, I mean, technically, yeah. You need the Ring of Health to can't buy it at the side.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot about that.
But hey, most you're either in this range or you're in this range, so that shouldn't be a problem reaching over there. A little bit easier on the die. It's a go on the Bane.
Damage being done. Yeah, just have another brain sap available in 5 seconds. It's actually right-clicking down the Skyrim Mage, but he's pretty damn fast with these wings. That man still not quite dead just yet, so Control Warlord can turn things around on the other Axeman,
Double
who
damage.
really wants to get this kill, and with the Mango eaten. Another set of axes. Ah. Throw out the last hit or the right click before the axes, so not sure if that would have been enough either way.
Yeah, they're trading out against each other.
Yeah.
Oh, trading with Bane. Nice joke. Oh, we top
Yes.
Aku.
Alright, that was pretty more powerful than I imagined. First strike into purification. Then the right clicks themselves between the two of them. Also enough to finish the job, as he wasn't even worried enough to TP back home. He was just TPing to lane. Either way, it's on cooldown, so he has to walk all the way out now. That's experience for the Rubik.
Yeah, get that level 6 in. So you can steal like, enfeeble and trap. Nice.
Sandstorm. That's a big one.
Yeah, for all the farming efficiency.
Purification
Some
wouldn't be bad. Do you actually stay in melee form if it times out while you use it?
Oh really? Didn't they fix that? I'm fairly sure
I
they
know.
did.
I'm asking.
No, like that was the case at one point, but I'm 99% sure they fixed that, and you just revert back to range form.
Right.
It's when you are in melee form and then you steal something else, it does revert you back. It should be the house that has the same ruling on the timeout that is of the spell.
That's good then. Wouldn't want to be stuck as melee hero all the time. So they're gonna go here. I mean, Skyroth. At the very least, he'll use his clarity. It's not a whole lot of extra kill potentially until the Fiends group kick him out, I guess, which is not for a while. Same for the level 6 Control Warlord. How's his middle lane going so? Oh, what? Not sure what Rubik was doing there. Alright. How's mid lane going? 28-7 to 17-5, so it looks like Vanquish not just in the competition Invoker, but also pretty good in the Templar Assassin. So that is that. If they try and go again Aku, this time he's full health though. Extra purification and starts dealing damage while TPing all the way back home this time. That was pretty damn close though. Sure if he survives that if he didn't start dealing damage, honestly.
Yes, I think it's the only thing he actually did survive. Like level 2 static link surely helps with that, not a plasma field game.
Yeah.
Bottom lane still a mayhem. They just keep hitting each other with the Bane and the Scarif, and there we go. Nice dodge.
Yeah. That's a level 2 concussive shot, already 140 damage, pretty decent. Now, a bit of a turnaround perhaps, but this is... Oh god, that was a mango left. Burst strike, follow-up slows, the extra right clicks on the Scarif Mage. This is a dead hero. That silence on Pain will not change that. So, mixing things up, slowly winning every single lane, and not even falling behind in last, it's too much.
Yeah, 2k gold already.
Look at top lane actually, Dark Soul. 23-11 to 13-3. Like in every lane, you have at least 10 more last hits on the opposing course.
You've got to bite to eat.
I think that was just a bit too greedy from Sanking though in the end.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
DD will scout it out. Doesn't have a bottle just yet. It's also not flying out. They might be able to use the courier to pick it up on the secret shop on the way, but not want to wait for that long scout. He just picks it up himself. Actually lead to more kills. Or he's zoning out the Beastmaster.
This bottom lane is just way too interesting. I don't even want to look at the other lanes. Like top lane is just, it's Razor Omni Knight. Like I guess they do something there sometimes. And like mid lane is like, oh, I'm Lina, I'm hitting creeps. I'm TA, I'm hitting creeps. And like, bottom lane is all the action now.
Especially now with the Zenking coming back in. There's a lot of damage being done here over to the Troll Warlock. Nice dodge again, just to make sure. But they still find a Burst Strike. Fall up slow, Beastmaster just pops to the brain sand. Joe, not a whole lot he can do about it. In fact, he might be caught out. There's another Burst Strike, and Bane is also there, silenced up. Not that he has any spells to throw out anyway. It's just a few old right clicks. Slow kicking in just a second, and, well, dead man. Double kill, even.
He should play Undying with that name. But yeah, Bane works. Let's pick Bane. That's a decent amount of gold stacked up. 3 out of 5 kills where he participated. Oh, he might even get boots at one point.
Boots are overrated. Actually, he has them in the stash right now.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
not
he's
overrated.
right. On Sky, they would be overrated. On Bane you kind of need. It's the same with like leveling up the Nightmare. The X range is just basically so good. It helps us so much as well as the duration. So just and Feeble is like super situational. You have like a Jara mid or something that you have to rush and play like dual in mid. But otherwise, Nightmare just outclasses it.
Okay, they get a few more kills down the bottom lane. Haste and Sanking still. A couple of seconds left. Scarif Mage. Himself, another TP in from Deadman. Did he bring any extra region? He did. Self for the Troll Warlord as the Burst Strike connects. Need a little bit of extra help. This time the silence preventing anything. Strubing also shows himself. Extra lift. Troll wants to fight, and so does Deadman. He can Brain Tap, he can Nightmare, whoever he wants, whenever he wants, and there it is. Pokemon Joe. He pumps. Right click down, another Burst Strike. And there's the ultimate for a Troll. Dodging the Lina stun. He has a hero making that rotation in. And, oh, that ultimate last right click. Just enough to finish the kill.
Doesn't it?
Still, okay. Not sure what that one was about. Still hanging around there.
I think he was in the brain sub animation. I think he was. I think he wanted to use one last brain sub and run, but oh, I'm excited a little bit. One hero TP side, Sun King TP's in. No blinks or any shenanigans as he gets position 5, 4 that is. Only Tranquils. He should not be bullied that much under the tower. Right? I hope so. There's a Lina though. There's a Rubik trying to find Vanquish. He's currently farming up and yeah, they're gonna spot him out here. He might
Lina
choose to snack
momentarily
something.
was like 200 gold ahead of the TA. And then as she's about to finish up this Ancient Cam, that's like 300 gold the other way again.
Dire's top tower is
That's at a
under
level
attack.
disadvantage.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Almost level 11 on TA now, and
Yeah, this is only. Yeah, this is because he left the lane for 1 minute. Like TA pushed out, TA took a creep camp. Now she's back up and running.
Yeah.
Like despite the fact that having a little bit of a weaker lane early on, now she completely surpassed him.
Look at
Answer that's a
this.
DD.
DD run, and it's another double stack already on this other camp. Doesn't want to farm it up just yet. At the same time, down bottom.
Purified.
It's a bit of an opening there, but without the raw, don't really have too much skill potential just yet. Certainly not up against the Burst Strike. Still hanging around. Very least forcing the Troll Warlord to go over to the jungle.
This guy's still lacking levels. Yeah, top lane. Who cares? That should be the motto of the off lane. Solo off lane. Who cares?
Yeah, pretty much.
Joe, gotta watch out. There's a Sun King on the side for you. And all you get is a Bane. One Nightmare sets up a kill, pretty much.
So a matter of time until they commit. Yes, the hero also sitting around there. Not revealed himself just yet. But Bane, I think he might have called a glimpse of
Dire's
Snowfire at the
middle
very
tower is
least.
under attack.
It's no big surprise. There we go. Slow, Lina coming into the side. Lights work array actually connecting, but it's almost the epicenter burn strike. Turn things around here, and nice little lift there from Snowfire. No one's died,
Dire's middle tower
apart from the
is
Bane,
under
who
attack.
definitely died very easily. They're committing so much time down here. I mean, look at the other lanes. TA just no problems whatsoever clicking down mid, farming more and more. I mean, they're getting these kills, but Troll even finding a counter on the Skywrath as it happens.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, a little bit of a sloppy fight, I'd say. Like, yes, you got a kill on the Sky, but that's not remotely worth it. And who was farming in the meantime? Omni-Knight finishing up a little bit of a camp. You have a Bane running around on the map now again. You don't get anything out of this besides the TA getting slightly ahead, which is fine, I guess. But on the other hand, you want to make this early rotation.
Is it though? Burst Strike off the mark. That could have been an easy kill on Aku. That freshly completed Blink, I guess. So not exactly the reveal that Vanquish had in mind. There's another one available now. It's damage being great from Bane, so he's very much dead. There's way too many heroes for TA to blink into.
Ashes will fall like rain.
So they're moving in a way that makes it hard for the TA to get quick kills just now. At least before the Desolator. But once that's online as well, things get a lot more dangerous. It's gonna be another stack here in this ancient camp. The other one's also being stacked by the Sand King, so that Desolator is gonna come sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and not only that, but we actually had the die stacking up over here in jungle, and Troll just took the camp. Well, that's quite nice of them.
Yeah.
Troll really needs the farm as well. Like, he did not have the most pleasant laning phase. It's a little bit better than the Razor and the Beastmaster having Omnight absolutely leading over this Razor top.
Radiant's bottom tower
Like,
is
they're gonna
under
try and
attack.
kill him as well. On level 5 on the Bane, but I'm fairly confident they should be able to lock him down with the Epicenter.
Well,
Oh.
get in range first, and they don't. They're pretty speedy here, even
Radiant's
though
bottom
only the
tower
1 point
is
up in
under
unstable
attack.
current. This Razor quite far behind in a number of different ways. So couldn't even finish up the face boots. Well, guess now it's their turn to waste some time as in mid. That's a combo on the Troll Warlord. Follow Burst Strike actually from Rubik. Someone got his hands on that. Surreal thinking, oh no, he tried to help, but now, well, there's
Oh.
quite a few of these spells.
Ravage!
Back into that Mystic Flare, but yeah, I got all of these. Barely survives the Dragon Slave. Phew.
Impressive.
It's created as TA, yeah, I'm screaming at bottom.
Radiant structures are fortified.
That was one sweet burst, right?
Tower is under attack.
Taking the shrine next, still has a big magic wand he can run around with. Oh, what is happening top? Oh yeah, wait, it's Omnight, I go back. And interesting enough, he's rushing that Lotus Orb.
Wow. That is interesting.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
If you time it right, it's pretty good against a number of different things, but now there's the MP Sun actually being cancelled, I think by himself. Burst Strike once again stolen from Slow Fire, but now Vanquish saying hello. That's one kill, Aku. Nice, still slow. The Burst Strike this time will be in range. And Omnight saying hello. I'm also here. Follow up slows Yasuhiro while SA misses completely. That's a double kill for Vanquish, 3 kills in total in exchange for the Stroll Warlord.
Just a crazy hero. Only the Blink Dagger and he just enabled so much on the map. They also just got 3 kills just when the runes spawn. Not sure if they're gonna beat this guy to the bottom lane. They might be able to check up there, and with a Burst Strike that should be a kill. Alright, it's spread out completely. Never mind.
Well, that's where's the Mystic Flare? Purification stolen, Repel still there, and this Burst Strike. Extra nuke actually against the Sand King. It's more and more here's come in. Top Assassin taking one look at the situation saying, nah, I'm not going into that. You're on your own, guys. I'd rather finish up my... Oh, never mind, that's later. Just got delivered too, so... Could have been a big reveal, but a little bit too scary to go in there alone.
Yeah, so you mentioned about the Lotus Orb. Like, there's actually quite a few things you can purge. Like, everything you reflect from Rubik is obviously great. The sky remains the same. Making a little bit move mid, but nothing will come of it. Beastmaster is really good to reflect, of course. Like, I can understand the item pickup. I would have just liked to see him maybe go for jumps first and then go into it. Because, yeah, neither TA nor the Troll is building into one. I feel like you should have a drum in this team, just to keep up with the movement speed from, like, the Lina after a couple of stacks are accumulated. Same with the Beastmaster, if he reaches that extra movement speed during the draw and whatnot. So just having the edge while already up against the Razor might be good with the jumps. But let's see how it shapes out.
Well, in an ideal world, you just blink on top of somebody, burst them down, and then you don't have to run after anyone else. But for now, that's a nice little scan there, actually. Confirms that something is amiss. Smoke rotation of the entire team towards his bottom lane. They have the roar available. They have to be very, very careful. Sanking doesn't have to blink yet, but sitting in a good position to just burst strike across the tree line if they wanted to. They don't have those Omni Knight in these kind of situations. That's a hero that you'd really like to have, with or without Lotus Orb.
They need one tree.
Side chop. Okay, Gemsons, he doesn't actually get anything off. The Mystic Flare off the mark. And Vanquish, he just right-clicks it down. One more is necessary. Oh, the trap. That'll work as well as they turn their focus on the Lina. Nightmare on one, Fiend Scope on the other. Razor will drop down. Snowfire. Oh, that's a full 5-man wipe, just like that.
Vanquish is also going for the rampage, and then like, I want this one, no, I want this one. I think they kept running back and forth and got none of them. Oh, that would have been so cool to have an early rampage, but...
One of them was shed kill too.
Oh,
no, wait, that one.
Oh, yeah.
Who's tanking? No one even got the big chunk of gold off of that.
And that's one turn, that's gonna be a second turn with the Desolator up. Yeah, that's a pretty dead turn, that's for sure.
Dies so fast.
Dire's bottom
What dies so fast?
The tower that was there, I swear it was.
What? There's no tower. You're tripping again.
There never was a tower. I'm hallucinating. No.
You're getting old.
This is exactly the kind of game that you can't allow a TA to have.
Yeah, and Troll off the back of this, just going for Mask of Madness like full utility. Utility in terms of being modular in the fights. Like he can go for race, he can go for farming. It doesn't fully commit to a farming strat with the Battle Fury. Instead of just going like fast rate. And look how fast this is already dropping. Like they're sacrificing the Omni mid, and this is why you build Lotus Orb.
He's sacrificing, he's still just fine. He stole the damage right back. It's pretty good.
Exactly. This is why you build it.
There's a repel into the burst strike. Give a little silence here. Scour of Mage. Yeah, he's going to die if I want to commit. Another Lotus Orb, but oh, not turning that one around. But hey, Vanquish is there. Extra lift. Keeping away for now. There's a Raw as well in the Stanking of all people. But Jin Pumps, well, Troll Wall is gonna have to deal with that one. Will be successful as Vanquish has other fish to fry. They might lose the Troll if Aku's fast enough. Oh, the follow-up slows though. Perfectly done and close to another team wipe. Only Lina surviving after killing off the Bane somewhere else entirely. But that is not nearly enough to protect this tower.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, kind of got very low, but they have an Omni Knight with them. Start healing up a few of the most critically wounded. Troll Warlord just taking an ancient stack. Right, this is a full-on snowball right now.
Yeah, against the TA it is incredibly difficult to come back because she just tends to one hit your heroes most of the time.
Right now, like they're having a hard time dealing with her. Even with the Lina Yules, like technically you think, oh yeah, Yules LSA into the Skyrock stuff, that would certainly kill her. But they've never really been able to get into a position because they've always been the ones who got caught out of position essentially. Or like, they were the ones who were gone on, so they couldn't get themselves in a proper formation. That helps though.
That wasn't too bright.
Yeah.
Extra kills here and there, going towards the Shadow Blade. Is it completed now? It is, yeah. But, big kill. Aku in mid, not quite dead just yet. Just the Troll was not the TA, who was just farming up the jungle. Look at this though. Do they have detection for this? Doesn't appear so.
Nope, not quite. But even... And this so far, 12k gold at 21 minutes. Oh, it happened again, didn't it?
Yeah. Blink and Hurricane Pike now as well. There's no escaping from this hero. It's not possible. Alright. Blink, thanking some extra dust. It's only a matter of time till they decide, hey, I have my defensive item, maybe I don't care, I'm just gonna put that pressure on the tier 2, rest of TA's team already working away at it.
Radiant are scanning.
And the TA proper, oh, there's Alina. Try to run it down. If you time it properly, you can wait for the refraction to disappear for the first set.
Yeah, for the first set. 1,600.
That you have enough damage to kill it before the second one comes out.
I don't think he has enough because Light Strike Array damage was not taken on 15, but hey, that's a Feek on the Beast. That's a bash, and you know how it goes against the True Warlord. You get bashed once and you're just done.
Oh yeah. It's the last minute tier 2 down.
Dire's
And
top tower
gonna
has
turn
fallen.
this into high ground. Still have the Aegis for a minute or so. Let's have to make sure that TA is fine. Normally you'd say, yeah, there's a bit of a danger here. But with the Omnight, having the items and being as strong as he is, he can just repel up either TA or just a Troll Warlord sitting in front. Lotus up the other and you're absolutely fine.
Awkward positioning for a Sun King here. That's a Monker S. Oh god.
It's a matter of seeing enough heroes who you feel comfortable Blink Burst striking in.
Is this just where you run up with Repel and give vision on the Omnight?
Maybe.
I feel like it is.
Taking it slow for now. None of the other lanes are really pushing too much in their favor. So at some point they're gonna have to pull the trigger or it's called a quit. Vanquish? Yeah, he has to repel.
Oh, they find him, they find him.
Oh, Fiend Script. Actually on the Razor, Epicenter being channeled up. You can also get focusing on the lead up, but again cancel his own Epicenter. Big mistake. Vanquish forced to get himself out of there as damage is being drained away from Troll Warden. Might actually die if they have more damage than they do. That is the Aegis just before it expires though. Still, with TA being so low, they have to get the hell out. Another Burst Strike. And never mind, just goes back in. He doesn't care. He dies for it though, so I'm not sure if that was worth, but with the instant buyback? Maybe it was. There's a hero, he wants more. That's something else have to work with. Into LSA combo, I don't think they... No?
Oh, heavily mistimed.
What is happening here? Burst Strike now on 3, that's a lot of
Ravage.
damage. He can start racking away, the bashes are real, that's a tieback on Alina.
GG holds it with the misplay.